Welcome to this tutorial on how to process FIA data for review and publication. The first thing we need is the raw data, and the FIA software offers to save it as either a rich text file or a PDF. Save this data as a rich text file and then convert it into Microsoft Word. And here is our raw data. What we're going to do is simply select all. Then we're going to copy it, go to a blank Excel sheet, and paste it. It'll take a moment. And there it is. We're going to take this sheet and call it raw data. We are not going to do anything with this data. It's just going to remain here exactly as it came out of the FIA. We'll then go to a new sheet, which we will call calculation. We take our raw data. Once again, we select all. We copy it. We go to our calculation page, and we paste it. Now, we are not going to do anything else with the raw data, so let's focus on the calculation. We'll zoom in a little bit and begin. All right, so here is the file name for the run, the date it was created, the person who ran it, etc., etc., etc. And here, the first thing we see is a list of everything that was injected. We really don't need to save that because most of that is going to be repeated later on. So we'll go right down to the actual data. We'll delete that. We'll switch our view to normal, and we can begin. The first thing you'll notice is that there are two channels, of course. Channel 1, or manifold 1, is the nitrogen channel, and channel 2 is the phosphorus channel. Now, the phosphorus channel is the only one we actually used, so that is the one we need to look at today. What I will do now is I'm just going to highlight the area, or the peak area, for the phosphorus channel. And I am going to format that as light blue. So these are all of the peak area values that I need. At this point, the most important thing to do is to simply scroll down and make sure that every sample has a value in the peak area column. Sometimes, depending on how things are parsed when we go from Word to Excel, these columns can be shifted. So make sure that each peak area is in the correct channel. Incidentally, anything below this actual data we don't actually need, so we can erase that as well. Okay. We do not need the detection time, so we'll simply clear the contents of that column. We do not need the nitrogen data, so we'll delete those two columns, and that will then leave us with the cup number, or the tube number, the concentration that the FIA software determined for us, and the peak area, which we're going to work with for our own calculations. On to video number 2.